I still remember your eyes the night you walked away. You said we'd be alright, but we both knew we weren't. There was a silence in the room that neither one of us could break. You looked at me like you had already made a choice I couldn't change. I wanted to ask you to stay, but I knew you'd already gone. So I smiled like I understood and watched the night move on. I kept your message on my phone, though I never read it twice. Some words are easier to carry when you don't look at them too long. And I don't know when I stopped waiting for your name to appear. I only know that one morning I woke up and you weren't there. You're the last thing I remember before I learned to let you go. The last voice in the darkness, the last place I called home. And I loved you more than I could say, more than you probably knew. But sometimes loving someone means accepting they can't stay with you. You're the last thing I remember before I became someone new. I saw your face in a crowded room, or maybe it was just the light. For one second I forgot that you had become a memory of mine. I wonder if you ever think about those ordinary days, the coffee on the kitchen table, your shoes beside the doorway. We never needed anything to make those moments feel complete. We had a little world together before it slipped beneath our feet. And maybe I was holding on to something that was already gone. Maybe the hardest kind of goodbye is the one you never saw coming. You're the last thing I remember before I learned to let you go. The last voice in the darkness, the last place I called home. And I loved you more than I could say, more than you probably knew. But sometimes loving someone means accepting they can't stay with you. You're the last thing I remember before I became someone new. If I could go back to that night, I wouldn't ask you to remain. I'd just hold you for a moment and thank you for the days. Because not every love is forever, but that doesn't make it less real. Some people leave your life and leave behind the way you heal. You're the last thing I remember before I learned to breathe again. The last chapter of a story I was afraid would never end. And I still carry what was beautiful, but I don't carry all the pain. I can love what we once were without wishing it would stay. You're the last thing I remember, but you're not where my story ends. I remember you, I remember us, and then